Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. So today we're doing a first impression on the first complexion foundation product of the year, which I had been waiting for it to release, and it finally did. Charlotte Tilbury's new Beautiful Skin Foundation has released, and I went ahead and picked it up. I did pick it up in the color 7N. So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to try it on my skin for you guys for the very first time, wear it the entire day, give you guys check-ins, because this is supposed to be a foundation that looks better with time. So we'll see if that is true, and I'll give you guys the final verdict on whether this is worth picking up or not. So if you are new though, don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe, join the family so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and let's get into it right now. Okay, so I pulled this up really quick to give you guys just some quick details about it. So this does retail for $44 US, and it is supposed to be a new buildable medium coverage hydrating foundation for beautiful, healthy looking skin. So it has brightening rose complex and hydrating hyaluronic acid to improve the look of the skin with each wear. A lot of foundations have been saying that, like, as you wear the product, it's supposed to improve your skin. So it's supposed to be radiant, hydrating. It's supposed to give your skin plumper looking skin. It also helps minimize pores, it's saying. It also says it is a long-lasting formula with a 16-hour wear time. It's also a vegan formula, and it comes in 30 different shades. So I am excited for this one. I actually was not the biggest fan of Charlotte Tilbury's last foundation that she released, so I'm excited to try this one out. They also say it's in a recyclable packaging, which, you know, a lot of foundations or CC creams come in this kind of style packaging. So I'm interested in the formula because I will be honest, the packaging itself is not like luxurious for the $44. You know, you are getting just like a tube, and this is very reminiscent of just like a CC cream, not really a foundation. And considering Charlotte Tilbury's usual very extravagant looking packagings, like, you know, this one and so forth, I kind of expected an actual foundation bottle here. But that's okay, because if the formula is amazing, this is actually a lot easier for me to travel with, and it could become like an everyday staple for me. So I am in my mid-30s, actually kind of late 30s now. Late 30s, and I basically have very normal skin. I get a little bit oily, kind of in the T-zone, and the rest of my skin is a little bit dry. I wouldn't really consider myself to have dry skin, but I wouldn't consider it very oily either, so that's why I'm saying it's pretty normal. But I do have extremely sensitive skin, so sensitive, acne prone, and also it can get a little bit red depending on the products that I use. I don't like fragrance in product because it can irritate my skin. Very sensitive skin. So that's basically my skin type, and I will tell you guys, there's no fragrance in this foundation. So if you're somebody that's like me, very, very sensitive to fragrance, Charlotte did not put any in this. So that is extremely important to me. Let's zoom in. I'll show you guys me applying it, and then we're gonna get into a huge wear test and see how this lasts throughout the day. Okay guys, we are zoomed in. I'm a little nervous. I think this color might be too dark. I got 7 neutral, but I did the Charlotte Tilbury color match, and this is the color they said to get. So I'm thinking this might be a little dark. I did order it from Sephora, but I did the color match on the Charlotte Tilbury website. So we will see, Maybe it's not, maybe it will match my neck. It looks a little dark. But what we're gonna do is go ahead and blend this onto the skin with a sponge. Hopefully it blends out well, and you know, it just looks a little darker in the tube. Sometimes that happens, that I think something's gonna be super dark, and then when I start to blend it out, it starts to match better. So we'll see, maybe that'll be the case. I am also a little bit lighter right now because I have not been out in the sun lately, but I'm still thinking I might want to get 1 shade lighter, but we'll still play with this. Let's see how it works. I'll wear it the whole day and we will play with it. You know, right now, just off the bat, I think it's blending out really nice. It feels like my skin is a medium coverage, and I am feeling like it is a medium coverage right now. Let's see how it covers all my imperfections. I am very exhausted today. So we've got a lot to cover. You know, since this product is not very heavy, I put on 2 pumps, and I still feel like I could put on a little bit more. And even though the color match is not great, I do feel like it is actually fading into the skin pretty good, like kind of like it's not like so pigmented, you know what I mean? That like it changes the color of your skin too much. So it actually might work. So if you did color match to 7N, you might want to think of 6N. I'm using my fingers to blend, and I actually feel like I'm liking the blend with my fingers a little bit more. Charlotte sometimes has a little bit of too much yellow in some of her foundations, I've noticed, and usually the ones that I will get, like this one's neutral, and I feel like it's very yellow, right? Because this was, yeah, 7 neutral. And I do feel like it has a very strong yellowy pool. That happens a lot with Charlotte's products, so I have a harder time matching myself. I don't know, right now I kind of like using my fingers to blend this out. Have you liked the way that it blends better with your fingers than anything else? There we go, I applied it all over the skin. I used my fingers and a sponge. I feel like my fingers kind of blended it a little bit better. I feel like the sponge kind of took away a lot of the product. I don't know if I would consider this like medium coverage, because you could still see some redness coming through. You could still see some of the acne spots. Like I would definitely need a concealer to like really cover up some of like the little imperfections. Definitely smoothed out the skin and made the skin look very pretty. Like this is a very skin-like foundation. So it definitely gives you that like healthy skin glow. I really like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my concealer, finish off the makeup, and let's see how the final look looks. But right now I really like the way it's sitting on the skin, and especially over like the wrinkly area. Like I feel like it just didn't get into anything. It kind of like smoothed over them. So right now I'm actually liking this like an everyday kind of foundation for right now. The only thing is I definitely think I want to go to 6N just so that it's a lot easier and I don't have to put so much on and blend it down my neck. But let me go and finish off the makeup, and then let's see the final face of makeup. All right, guys, so I finished off my face of makeup, and here is what it looks like completely finished. I have to say, it's so funny because this foundation color definitely is not a perfect match for me, but after I put on all my makeup, kind of matches me pretty good. That's the tricky thing with foundations when you don't have the rest of your makeup on. Sometimes they don't look like they will match you. But now it actually looks like it does match me, but I still think I would probably go down a shade. Now, I will tell you guys, like looking at my skin in the mirror right now, it looks so much like my skin. This doesn't look like a thick foundation. It doesn't look like I put a lot on, and it dried down. Like my skin feels dry. Like really dry, like you probably didn't even have to set it. I did put a Rare Beauty loose setting powder on top, but even before I did that, my skin was already feeling like it was setting itself. So that is an interesting aspect to it because it is a little bit more hydrating looking. Doesn't feel dry on the skin, but it definitely set itself somehow. So I don't know, I actually think that this looks pretty nice, and I will see how it wears because it actually says that it's going to look better over time. Some foundations do that, like they look good when you put them on and then they look amazing as the day goes by. So maybe I'll do some check-ins for you guys. It is light as air, it feels light as air. This does not feel like I have makeup on, so that is really cool. But let's go ahead and let's get into a wear test. I'm gonna wear this for the entire day. I'll give you guys some check-ins and then my final thoughts at the end of the video. Hey guys, I am doing my wear test check-in. I'm also in the garden. If you guys have seen my chicken coop, you guys know that I converted it into garden beds, and look at them now. That right there is Brussels sprouts. Tell me that's not cool. But yeah, my chicken coop has become like an awesome garden and I'm so excited with it. But anyways, the makeup. Look how good my makeup looks. Like literally not budging. Doesn't feel like I have makeup on. But the color is not even that bad. Like honestly, it looks pretty good. Oh gosh, what are we gonna get wet here? So the color really doesn't look that bad at all. I'm actually kind of liking it. I'm not sure, maybe I'll keep this color. But I'm actually pretty excited with the wear time. It looks literally like I just put on my makeup. I think it's been, let's see, it's been at least 6 hours. This is pretty insane how good it looks. It's about to be sunset already, so we will continue wearing this for a few more hours. We'll continue wearing this for a few more hours, but this is looking really nice, and I'm excited. So see you in a few hours. Oh, and no oils. Like I don't feel oily, and I've been outside like all day and I don't feel oily like at all. So that's really good. All right, guys, final update of the night. You guys saw my check-ins throughout the day, and this is the last one of the night. So we are already at night, so it is going to be 7 o'clock here. So I've had this on for 8 hours. This is supposed to have like, what did they say, like 16-hour wear, but I feel like this does wear pretty long because we're talking about 8 hours and my makeup looks pretty nice. I think it's pretty much still on. Like I still have a good amount of makeup. I feel like it never looked very makeup-y, but my skin looked perfected. And, you know, like I still have like some areas like right here that some stuff is coming through. You know, you're starting to see like the little acne scars coming through and stuff, but nothing like my makeup did not fade away. I think a lot of times foundations, what happens is your makeup kind of like just fades away as the day goes on. And I feel like this one actually did look better as the day went on. Like as the oils come through, it starts to just add a little bit more oil to the skin. But like you guys can see, for being hydrating, I don't look like super oily. I was outside a lot today. I was probably outside for like 3 hours maybe, just playing around. So if you guys can see, my skin looks pretty, I think it looks pretty decent for what I did today. So I kind of like this. I kind of like this. And I'm debating on the color. I may order the lighter shade from Sephora and then keep the darker shade and see which one I like more. Or maybe I'll just have both of them, one for summer, one for winterish time, or mix them together. I don't know, but I think I might end up ordering one shade lighter. But I do think at the end it all matched really well. It's just, I feel like this could be like one of those foundations that you want to wear every single day. Like with less makeup, you don't want to have to like put on the powders and all the rest of the stuff to make the makeup match you, which I had to do today. So I think for like an everyday foundation, I would like it just a tad bit lighter. So I'm very interested in this. I think Charlotte Tilbury may have came out with a beautiful hydrating foundation that is really good and so much better than her last launch, I feel. So if you're interested in this, I definitely think you should pick it up, especially if you have mature skin. You might really like this. So yeah, I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna keep on wearing this. This is my first impression. Things may change, but I will tell you, for another thing is I have very sensitive skin that gets irritated very easily, and I can feel that my skin does not feel irritated with this at all. So this is definitely going to be a foundation that I can wear on a daily basis and it will not bother me. So I am excited. I'm sure you guys will see this foundation popping up more in the future, and I'll have more to say about it, but for right now, I think it might be really good. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.